Hey guys, Robert here. In this little video, I want to show you how to set up a JUnit test that you'll need to do for this JUnit lab exercise M1A2. So what we want you to do is to download this subscription.java file. So just click on it. A new window will pop up, and the file will actually appear right here, so you can kind of take a look at it and see what it is. But we actually want to download it, so we'll just right-click and save link as. Make sure you navigate to some location in your file system where you can find this thing again. I'm going to stick it in coursework 1410 my source code, and subscription is a separate folder, and so I'm going to put the subscription.java in the subscription folder, and this folder will become a new project in Eclipse. I'll show you how that works. So let's go ahead and just save it here, and we'll just verify that yep, it's there in the place that we want it to reside. Next thing that we want to do is go ahead and launch Eclipse, and I've got Eclipse running already. And so what we're going to do right here is just to create a brand new project. And so we'll go to File, New, Java Project, and we'll name it Subscription. Now, Subscription, remember, is the name of this folder where the subscription.java file is located. And so this folder will be actually the name of the project. So we'll just name it Subscription, come down here, and click Finish at this point. Then notice right down here that we've got the new project created called Subscription, and if we open this up, we'll see a default folder here, or default package actually, and our subscription.java file will be right here. So pretty simple class. We've got a price and a length. This is the subscription total price in euro cent, and it's a length of the subscription in months, so both of those are integers. Here's a constructor that will initialize both price, the length, and notice that I've got things that are a little bit messed up here in terms of alignment here. So I'm just going to go up here to source and just say format, and voila. Now that's because I've set up a special format that complies with our style guide. And if you'd like, I can show you how to do that a little bit later. But there we go. So our constructor is right here, and this price per month is the method that we actually want to set up the unit test for. So this price per month is designed to calculate the monthly subscription price in euro, rounded up to the nearest cent, and it will return the monthly subscription in euro. Now, don't be confused. Euro is just the currency of the European whatever it is over there. There are 100 cents in every euro, so when you see euro here, just think dollar, and everything works out just fine. So price per month in euro. This, however, price is total price in euro cents, so we'll have to keep that in mind when we start putting this thing together. All right, now one of the things that we want to do here that Eclipse will allow us to do very easily is I want to be able to test this constructor right here by taking a look at the price and the length. But notice that price and length are both private, so what we need is some way to publicly access these values. So what we'll do is to create just the getters for both of these variables here. And in Eclipse, it's very easy to do. We'll just come over here to Source, and down here we're going to say Generate Getters and Setters. And we'll click on length, we'll click on price, and we just want the get length and the get price. We'll make them public, that's good to go, and we'll just click OK, and voila, there we go. And I stuck them probably in the wrong place because that's where my cursor was. I'm just going to move them down here so that it's a little bit more convenient for us. Boom, and we'll stick them where? Right here after the constructor. Good place for them. Okay, so there's our get price and our get length already configured for us, and we're ready to go. Now what we want to do is set up a JUnit test to test this subscription class. So that's very easy to do. We'll just come over to File, New, and we'll select JUnit test case right here. In this little dialog, we want to make sure that the source folder is subscription. We can call this whatever we want. We'll just leave the default subscription test. We want to make sure that setup and tear down, these two blocks, are checked. We'll click Next right here. This gives us all of the methods that are available in the subscription class to test. All of these methods come from the object class. When we talk about inheritance in a couple of weeks, we'll talk about the object class and how that represents, or what that represents, and how that's related to every class that we create. So let's just ignore these guys down here. Up here in the subscription class, all we really want to test is the constructor right here. The get price, the get length, those are pretty simple methods. They just return price and length, nothing really too dramatic there that we need to test, so we don't worry about those. Get price, we actually do want to test. The cancel method down here, I don't know if you saw that or not, but cancel just returns, just sets the length to 0. Not something there that really needs to be tested either. So we'll just set up a JUnit test to test just the subscription, the constructor, and the price per month method. So there we go. And we'll just click finish right here. Want to make sure that this pops up that says add JUnit for library to the build path. We'll just say OK, and there we go. Our JUnit test is already set up for us. Now, notice we've got a setup and a tear down, and we've got a test subscription. This is the method that we want to configure here to test the constructor, and the test price per month. This is the test method here that we want to set up to test the price per month. Well, we know we are going to be testing subscription objects, so let's come right here, and we're just going to create a couple of subscription objects, S1 and subscription S2, just like this. Okay. All right. Now, what we want to do in our subscription test is in the setup method, we want to create a couple of subscription objects for S1 and S2. So down here in setup, all we're going to do is come right here and just say S1. Whoops, let's put it right here. S1. Yes, okay. There. S1 equals new, whoops, I can't type here, guys. Voila, got it. Okay, new subscription. Gee, I should go back to high school and learn how to type again. Okay, here we go. And for this subscription, we need to provide a value for the price and the length. So the price for this one, we're going to say is 300, and again that's in euro cent, 300 euro cent or 3 euro, and the subscription length in this one will be 2 months, just like this. Okay, now I'm going to save myself some typing here and just copy this right here and just change this to S2. There we go, and this subscription will change to 200 euro and 3 months. So this will give us a couple of good subscription objects that we can do in our testing down here. Okay. Now, what's going to happen is when we run this JUnit test, this setup method will run, then we'll run the test subscription method, then the teardown method will run, then the setup method will run again, and we'll run the test price per month method, then the teardown method will run again. So in the teardown method, all we're going to do is simply set S1 to S2 to null, just like this. May not have seen this before, but this assignment operator just works from right to left. So null gets assigned to S2, and the value of S2 then gets assigned to null, and this works very nicely for us. Okay. Now, before we go anywhere else or do anything else, we want to make sure that everything is set up here properly. So all we're going to do is just come up here, and we're going to run this as a JUnit test. And we could have flipped this and just said run as JUnit test, but it did that automatically for us, so we're good to go. Notice that over here, the JUnit test subscription and the test per month, those two methods, both of them failed because we've got this little fail, not yet implemented statement here. All right, but we know that things are running properly, so we can go ahead and take a look at our subscription test for the subscription. So we're just going to comment this out right here, and all we're going to do is set up a method called assert equals, just like this. Now the assert equals method is part of the JUnit testing configuration, and it takes a couple of parameters. One is the return value of the length method. So we're going to come up here and just say assert equals S1 dot get length, just like this, boom, comma, and we're just going to say 2, because remember up here in S1 we set the length to 2, and then in the next assert method, assert equals method, we're going to say S1 dot get price, and we set that price to 300, so we'll say 300 right here. Make sure we got our semicolon in place. All right. So when we create a this S1 object, the constructor should initialize the length to 2 and the price to 300, and that's what we're checking down here. So let's run our subscription test again, just by clicking this little link right here, and this time notice that the test subscription passed, but our price per month still failed. So let's come back down here and take a look at price per month and see what we need to do to fix or to test this method and make sure that it's working properly. I'm about to lose my voice, so bear with me. Alright, back here in our subscription class, this says that the price per month method calculates the monthly subscription price in euro, rounded up to the nearest cent. So what we're going to have to do is two things, basically. Express our price per month, which is in euro cent, in euro, and round that up to the nearest cent. So let's see how we would go about doing something like that. So I pasted a couple of things here in our test price per month method. What we've got is we want to test the S1 price per month and the S2 price per month. Right up here we can see that for S1, if I've got 300 euro cent per month, for 2 months rather, 300 euro cent per 2 months, divide 300 by 2, we get 150 or 1.5 euro per month. Down here, if I've got 200 euro cent for 3-month prescription, divide 200 by 3, and I get 66.66666, and it goes on forever. We want to round that up to the nearest euro, and that would be 0.67 euro. So those are the values that we use down here in the assert equals price per month, 1.5 for S1 and 0.67 for S2. We want to express those values to the nearest euro cent, so we're going to use the scaling factor here. And we'll go to 1,000th, and that will make sure that we get to the nearest 100th cent. So when we run this, notice that that method for both of those cases failed, and that's because we haven't yet configured our subscription in our subscription class. The price per month, we're just returning P right down here. So what would we do over here in our subscription class? Well, this is what we want to be able to do. And I'll just copy this in here since I've got it figured out already, just to save a little bit of time here. Whoops, try it again. Here we go. So what we want to do in our price, first of all, we want to divide the price by the length. That's what we've done up here by dividing over here 300 by 2 and 200 by 3. That will give us the euro cent. We want to divide that by 100 to actually give us euros. And we can use the math seal to round that up. And you can take a look at the Java API for seal and see how that works. And then we want to return this price here. Now that we've got the price per month configured, let's come back over here and run our test again. And voila, everything passes. Our subscription test passed. So both in our subscription test class, our constructor works just perfectly, and our test price per month works perfectly. Now we know, because our test passes, that our subscription test price per month is set up properly. So that's how we do it, guys, and you'll do this in the Total Beginner, and you can always come back to this little exercise, this little video, and see how we set this up properly. Take care.